girlfriend.
Hi.
She's also one of the co-founder of Good Morning Italia, actually.
Oh, a little love story in the newsroom?
Yeah, but you will have to cut this part. Okay?
Oh my gosh, the romance is in the air for sure.
249或是239。
239就比较，我们会要宣布说我们要请什么，是在涨价跟增加。
This dream that I was in this really beautiful beach paradise, like island.
Let's keep it family friendly. I'm on mic today, okay?
Me and a new friend, was in this rock, and we were going to jump off the rock, which, if you know me, I will not jump off anything. Like, I just don't jump.
And then when I'm diving in, I'm in the water, then I can like get back up.
And then suddenly my new friend like pulls me out of the water, like brings me up, and then I realized that I could have just stood up and I would have been fine.
We're not drowning at all, guys. We're not drowning at all. We're totally fine. We have a new friend to help us.
Okay, we're at the bitter end. We made it, but it's only the beginning. Haha. The purpose of the next little under an hour is to write or finalize your letter to your readers. The latest, why should I spend my time and money with you every day? Having this as a living sort of mission statement, I think you guys will find very valuable. So, any questions? Great, we're good. Back soon.
Should we all finish our letter? Will we want to make journalists great again?
When I first started thinking about this, I was telling people that it would be like the Skim for local, just because that was the only email newsletter most people I knew in Detroit had ever heard of, right? And I kind of tried to write a couple that way, and I realized that really wasn't my voice. Like, there's a word someone smarter than me coined on the internet called millennial baby speak. OMG, WTF, man, you're so woke.
Ashley, you ready?
And there was a point where I guess I was writing a little bit of that into my drafts, and it just felt so like, I'm a cool mom, I'm a hip mom, I'm not one of those like lame moms. Like, it was so bad.
It's so long. Like,
Okay, we can help edit it. You got some editors in the room.
Yeah, I do have some editors.
I just had to like admit to myself that like, that's not me.
All right. Can I just email it to everybody? Like, just
Read it.
All right.
We love your voice too, anyway.
Well, thank you.
If you don't get it out there and start seeing what users react to, you can't make it better. If you just keep holding it close to yourself out of fear, you're just wasting your time. And I had to admit it to myself. I was holding back out of fear.
What kind of city is Detroit becoming? Who is being left behind in Detroit, and how can we include everyone in deciding our future? If you've asked any of those questions, we have something in common. I've been asking them too. They're issues that Detroit's media doesn't regularly address, and they're why I'm starting a local news project here in Detroit. But it's more than just an email. I'm trying to build a community around caring about the future of our city. Local journalism is broken. In Detroit, where the future of our city is up for grabs, layoffs are an annual ritual. There are fewer reporters on the ground than there were in 2007, and that means less focus on the issues that really matter. The strategy for digital journalism in Detroit looks like this: post news, attract eyeballs, sell your eyeballs to advertisers, repeat. That means old news must deliver a giant total audience just to keep the lights on. They need to publish more and more stories and videos, even if the overall quality goes down. And that means readers like you get screwed. Revenue continues to decline, but old news keeps doing the same thing, hoping for new results. That's literally the definition of insanity. Then one day I saw a contest for funding new startups in media from a Silicon Valley upstart called The Information. I didn't have a business plan or a co-founder or savings, just a crazy idea. And it ended up being a winner. And that explains how I quit my dream job to start a local news company. It's going to be messy and imperfect and ever-changing and wild. I invite you to come along for the ride.
Very nice.
Awesome.
That's a great letter.
I didn't have a journalism degree. I actually don't have a college degree. I was a receptionist and a waitress, and I didn't get my first full-time journalism job till I was almost 26 years old, and I just didn't give up. People will tell you that there isn't room for you to be a journalist, or there isn't point, and it's gonna be hard. And that's exactly the point. Things in life should be hard.
As Paolo knows, I was sweating the tech stack the last few days. And then last night as I was walking home, I was kind of like, well, if all those other people can do it, like surely David and Zulema and I can set up a paywall.
The biggest revelation for me is actually seeing Jessica operate. I think just learning confidence in your business. I'm not as self-assured, I guess. And I think I learned a lot on that part.
Life is not about taking safe bets or sure things. It's about doing things that really matter that you didn't know that you could do. And I think that's how you make it through life and die without having a lot of regret.
This will conclude the first ever Information Accelerator. Let's do a photo. We miss Richard, but we can Photoshop him in some way.
First season is fine, you kind of define the characters, but then you need to do season 2.
Yeah.
We're talking about the next season of the show that you're shooting. We need a sequel because we have a whole bunch of people that go home with problems. Then they solve the problem or they failed miserably.
Conquer obstacles and then live happily ever after.
I mean, the accelerator was a lot of work, right? But the real work came, of course, after the accelerator. And so our first thing was to really get our tech stack figured out as soon as possible. So it took, a few weeks of deliberation, but I think we made the right decision, so.
Who did you guys go with?
Pico. We're excited to be working with another startup.
We're basically cranking on all fronts towards the April 2nd launch. The new site is basically functional. We've had to move to WordPress. It basically works, but there's a lot of sort of fine tuning to be done.
Where are you again on price?
Full price is $599, but we're going out at $399 for the initial launch.
I'm liking this price so much. I wish we had done it this way, Pete. We got to do it.
I'm so jealous.
Yu Ching.
Great. Hi.
Hi.
So we have some updates that we have announced our price raising last Friday. That we will. Yes, and we got very positive feedback. They all just want to extend.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think they are so willing to pay higher price now.
Ashley, have you gotten a lot of feedback on your first few newsletters?
People didn't like that it came out later in the afternoon because they were like, I'm exhausted, I don't want to read an email, which I think made a lot of sense. I'm still at Harvard doing this thing, so my schedule is really messed up. It's too much, you know?
One a week, something that seems doable?
I think 1 or even 2. 2 I think would actually be my goal right now would be.
That's what I got too. Twice a week I have found is about my maximum. I put the paywall up not having a fully functional system, and some people are on recurring subscription and some people aren't.
You could use someone to help you work through getting these technical pieces implemented.
It could be more of a temporary arrangement as well.
Yeah, that sounds good. I should start thinking about that.
Since the Information Accelerator, we managed to make our team grow to 17 people. We also hired a new email marketing expert.
And how close are you to going into Good Morning Italia full time?
Oh, this is totally linked to deploying the platform. I really hope end of the year.
That makes sense.
Well, I know you guys are busy, so thank you guys. It's really exciting to see everything going on. A lot's cooking.
Thank you.
Thanks, Maria,
for your help and for your continued enthusiasm.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Reach out anytime.
See you
Have a
guys.
good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Without any further ado, I want to bring Richard Rushfield up on the stage. So everyone give a round warm applause to Richard Rushfield.
On the last day, Jess had everyone writing a letter to their readers about why they should subscribe, and you got out of having to do it.
I did. I got out of that, but I actually wrote that out when I launched the subscription service. So I had pre-done. I could have aced that one. Yeah, how about that?